Welcome to my channel, Inspired Ideas. So I guess I just want to share like one of my manifestations. I do want to say that maybe later on I'll post a picture. Maybe I'll put it right here, hopefully, and I can share like the things that have happened and I've asked for. And if it's mine, it's mine. The desire's there. And if it feels forced, I'm not going to work hard for it. I'm really not. And if it's flowy and free, why not? So I'm just going to share this one where I think it's like super de duper magical. And I just can't help but like be excited and share that like sometimes you have to follow the nudges. The nudges are just the little push, the little, go ahead, you can do it. So I want to share that like in 2018, there was a time where I just happened to bump into this manifestation thing. And I was like, it's a thing? What is that? What is it talking about? And there was like a few things that I wanted to come to realize or experience and or have, or why not? Like, why would these ideas come to mind if they're not possible? Because they're possible. Back then, I was in extreme debt, like ridiculous debt, like so much debt that you're like, what? That much? And I just wanted a simple little savings of something to have so that way I could fall back on. In that same breath of all these askings, I asked for, I think it was like early 2019 that I had asked. I wanted a new car, which was like at the time was a 2005 Honda Odyssey, because I had a 2001. So anything more than that was definitely an upgrade. And I have a picture of me and my brother where like his smile, although it's not quite so genuine, like I could see that it's not so genuine, but it's just so beautiful in the same breath that I was like, I want that. I want to feel happy, so happy that it's just something that I'm just like super proud of. I wanted it to the point where my kids also had a beautiful home to come to, and that way they could experience, helping each other, loving each other, and getting closer with them, right? Siblings. I also asked to be a better parent. I wanted to be a better parent so that way my kids could be or have an example or a template they could follow where they kind of have an idea. Like we all have templates of what we think certain things should be like, and so that they could have one and then buff it out to their own liking, but at the same time, have me to fall back on as an idea, right? Out of the whole thing, only one thing is left, and that's the next step to be working on. So back to my story. So it was last Sunday, not the Sunday that just passed, but like 2 Sundays ago, which was, I think, the 24th, I want to say. I'm kind of like not 20. Yes, the 24th. And me and my husband was just talking about looking at new places, but not like looking at new places, but like at the same time saying like, I just want something that has windows. The place that I have has no windows, and it's so gloomy in the kitchen and the living room because there's only French doors and there's like a little window in the kitchen, and there's the light that just happens to beam beautifully inside the apartment in the back, because it's the sun happens to beam there, and it's just so beautiful when you just open the curtains up, and that's the only light you get, like nothing else. Everything else is light bulbs. So on that note, we're driving around just looking. He works for this company and they have different spaces, and he's sharing like, oh, there's one here, there's one there, we could possibly look at this and that. Okay, sure, yeah, all right. We drove around, we looked. It is what it is. I went to I went to the kitchen, which was like 6 feet away from him. He's sitting in the living room, and he got a nudge to go and look online for a house. Happens to bump into this house with all the windows. All the windows. This place is so beautiful. Like, it's just so magical nice. I feel like it already feels like home, and I'm not even in yet. So we looked to make an appointment, and they didn't reply back. It was for like today. They didn't reply back. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving week. People are like doing the thing. Kids are out of school. Parents are busy. Who knows, like, behind the scenes. So then he gets another nudge. Well, let's just go to the house and just look at it. All right, let's go look at it. So we go, we drive there, because, we already have plans to go out. We're trying to go to Costco, peep the scene there, see what they got. And then, so we drive there, and we're like, oh my God, it looks so nice. So we call the number, we leave a message, and as we're driving off, we get a call back. If you want, you can go ahead and take a look in the backyard and see if that's what you're looking for. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, this place is so nice. And then we're looking at the rooms, and then we're looking in the backyard, and we're like, it's so beautiful. Look how beautiful, and look how beautiful, and all these beautiful things. And then I'm like, oh, the rooms are small. He's like, it's okay. It's okay. We'll make it work. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, all right, well, we'll see. We take a look. We let her know. Then she's like, how about, when are you available to come and see? And I'm thinking to myself, oh, Monday's fine. Like, why not? It's Sunday. Monday's fine. And then next thing you know, she's like, I can't. So I was like, she's like, can you do between, 10 and 4? Like, that's just really crunchy numbers. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I could do it. I was like, well, on my lunch, I could go meet you, and we could go take a look. And then as I'm looking, like, just hurry up and go. And if we like it, we'll just get it. We'll just get it. And then, so we're looking. And then we love what we see. So what do? We schedule another visit to get the place. Oh my God. I didn't sleep for 36 hours. I was freaking out the whole time. I didn't even know what to do. I was like, oh my God, I'm scared. But everything is, I'm thinking, I was like, okay, this is like before we even go in the house to go and take a look. I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my God, like, don't worry. Like, if you don't like it within 6 months. But how do I know if she doesn't want like a year lease? I don't know. It could be a year lease. It could be 6 months. I don't know. It's month to month. So then I want to ask her, like, what do you normally like? How does that work? And she's like, oh, 6 months. What? 6 months? Oh my God. So 6 months, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, it's not that much pressure. This is a new place, a new something. What am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm just, so I'm literally moving the whole house in my head to the new place. What am I thinking? I'm thinking like, oh my God, the stress, the this, the that. But this is something that I really want. And then we decided, and we said yes. We gave the first and last month's deposit, which is like, yo. And then, the one thing that just kind of made me a little something, but that's okay. We'll worry about that later. I'll talk about that later. And then, so we just recently got the keys, and we're currently moving in. This all happened within 7 days. 7 days. Sometimes those nudges are the things that get you moving and pushing and going through. Are we going to be there for how long? I don't know. In my mind, what popped into my head was 5 years. Like the most 5 years? I don't know. Could it be 5 years? Could it be less than 5 years? Could we find something else? Definitely, I'm sure. But it's something that I'm saying that sometimes those little things that you want to experience are the experiencings of the experience. And you need to take the opportunity to just do what you got to do and don't be scared. Sometimes being scared is part of the process, and you can't help but freak out, but you still got to go through. If you don't go through, you don't know what's going to happen. If I decided to say no, never mind, we'd still be in the apartment feeling pretty cramped. And I was feeling pretty cramped. I was feeling like it was time to go. I was there for 14 years, for a very long time, and it just wasn't for me anymore. I was feeling it, that it was like, it's time to go. It's time to go. That's exactly, most people who have been there have been there like 10 years, 11 years, and then they leave. But I was on 14, and it was like, it's time to go. Come on. And those nudges are what's it. So there's only one thing on my manifest. There's only one thing that's on my manifestation that's next. It's literally to help heal my thyroid and help me come back to normal and still be like in the beautiful of the beautiful things. You know, being on thyroid medication is not the business. I often think like, what if something happens? What's going to be the plan? Like, I often think like, if I don't have a 3-month supply for the backup supply, if something were to happen, that's like not first on the list. No, people don't worry, oh, here are these thyroid medicines, let me give these people these hormones. They worry about heart attack, blood pressure medication first before anything, and diabetic medication before anything. I don't even feel like we're on the priority list, because I don't think we are. But that's the next step for me out of the whole list that I just had. Like, how amazing is that? Like, finally, in the last 5 to 6 years, I've been able to accomplish everything on the list and more. But these little things that I choose to want to create, are they mine? Are they encouraged? Are they the outer beings just saying, you know, you want this, you want to have fun, don't you? You want to live, don't you? These are experiences that you want, don't you? And they are. And sometimes they're even better than what I thought. So that's why I say sometimes it's not good to push. It's just good to flow. All right. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed my little story. I'll definitely talk to you later. Okay, bye. Also, I wanted to share, manifestation is real. I did want to add a little additionals to what I was sharing earlier. And this is a whole other day. So look at the whole totally different cartoony. But at the same time, I wanted to say creations, manifestations, desires. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get everything within the same week, month, or year, because it took probably 5 years for me to get, a little bit closer to 5 years for me to get to be able to live in a house and have my family at the same time. But it wouldn't have worked out had I got it sooner. And all because of the circumstances, people that are around. You know, sometimes when you're in a negative state, it'll definitely not push you as high as you need to go, as vibrational, because I do believe in vibration. I do believe in, you have to change your mindset and you have to be a little bit more optimistic. That's not to say that you're taking away from reality. It's just knowing that certain things are capable, and if you're able to do it, why wouldn't it be capable? And if the circumstances are aligning that much, why wouldn't it be? So just saying. Okay, just wanted to share that. Okay,